helpful tool for technical traders. On every currency pair, in the every time frame, we can spot patterns that will help us to build our trading plan. Since our main strategy is also dependent on pattern trading, it's essential you spend some time familiarizing yourself with the 4 patterns I'll discuss in this video. They will dramatically strengthen your understanding of our main strategy. The 4 patterns we are going to learn are head and shoulders, double top, triangle, and wedge pattern. Head and shoulder pattern. The head and shoulder pattern occurs when a trend is in the process of reversal from a bullish or bearish trend. Head and shoulder formation consists of a left shoulder ahead, a right shoulder, and the line drawn as the neckline. At the end of a head and shoulder pattern, we see price reaching at least 80% of the length from the neckline through the ending point of the head. Here is the chart of the silver where we spotted a potential head and shoulders pattern. For you to better see it, I'm going to label the left shoulder head and the right shoulder. So the green trend line represents the neckline, and when we break that trend line, price pushed lower. Dollar CAD. This is the half-hour chart where we spotted another head and shoulder pattern. So we have the left shoulder, head, and the right shoulder. With a breakout, we spiked lower. Double top pattern. The double top is reversal pattern, and we are going to see this pattern only at the end of the trend. It is made up of 2 peaks that should be relatively equal and a pullback in the middle. At the end of the double top pattern, we see price reaching at least 80% of the length from the midpoint through the top. Here is Aussie Kiwi where I found one double top pattern, so let's label it just so you get a better idea. So left top and right top, and what we want over here is to see a breakout. And that breakout lead to the further decline in this pair. Here is another example on the dollar CAD, where we can see the left top and the right top. Maybe these 2 tops don't seem so equal, but we need the price to be a couple of points, or better say pips, different. So you cannot allow the difference, let's say a 50 or 60 pips between 2 peaks, but you can allow 5 to 10 pip difference, especially on the higher time frames. Again, after a breakout, we are going to see a spike lower, like in this case. Triangle pattern. Triangles are the most common chart patterns. Triangles appear in the middle or right before the end of the bigger trend. Triangles need to have 5 legs to be regarded as valid chart pattern. There is always at least one more push higher or lower after a breakout. Your targets are 1618 to 200 of the biggest triangle leg. Here is the Aussie dollar where we see a triangle. So we need to check how much waves we have inside, and we have 5 legs in this triangle, so a valid triangle. A breakout lead to the new high in this pair. After that, another example of the dollar yen and the triangle. We see that price movement are more or less sideways, and we need to have 5 waves. Over here, we have a 5 waves move, and we want to see after a 5-wave move, a breakout. A breakout lead to the new high in the dollar yen. Wedge pattern. Wedge pattern appear at the end of the trend and signal a potential reversal. Wedge look similar to triangles and also need to be made up of 5 swings from the pattern to be regarded as valid. After the trendline breaks, we should see a pullback to at least 50% of the larger cycle. Here is an example of the Swiss franc yen on the weekly time frame where we spotted a potential wedge. So let's see how much points we can find over here. 5. And that's all we need. So after that, we need to watch the breakout, in this case, below the lower trend line. Breakout is a sign that trend is done and that we could expect a further drop in this pair. Here is another example of EUR/USD on the half-hour chart. We see that price movement is becoming slightly shaky at the ending stages of the trend, and we can see a 5 waves. Breakout told us that trend is completed and we've seen a nice pullback.